Show. In this episode, I'm going to talk about the 5 ways to get more SEO bang for your buck, for your output, for your content, for your effort. Now, every business needs search engine optimization to compete today, and if you are a consultant or a marketing agency, every single one of your clients is looking for you to get them results, to get them to show up in the search engines. Now, it's not really that hard. There are certain things that you need to do. Your website structure comes into play. Your content plan and how you produce content comes into play. But once you get those basic fundamental items down, you've got on-page metadata right, you're doing research for your keywords, for your most competitive terms, you're getting some backlinks, just standard SEO stuff, and you still now want to go to the next level. That's what I want to talk about, is a couple, I wouldn't call them advanced techniques, they're just the next level of things that you need to do or you should be doing. Number one, if you produce content over the years, I've got thousands of blog posts that I need to go back and re-optimize. I need to update them for today. There are some broken links in some of them. There are resources that I've shared and used that really are no longer any good. So I need to go back and update that content. And that's something that you can do over and over and over again. As simple as creating the 2019, the 2020 version of that blog post or of that content is something that will give your content a boost from a search engine standpoint. You can then also look at, are there ways that you can link that content internally on your website so that you can get more bang for that by having things that are related now connected. Google loves to see that. Excuse me. What about new formats? I'm recording a video of this podcast. I'm going to strip out the audio, and that's what you'll hear if you're a podcast listener. But if you go to my YouTube channel, you actually have the chance to see this in video as well. Shortly after I'm done, I'll get a transcription of this that we will run along with the podcast that will act now as content for the website, text HTML for the website. So you can see in the effort of 7-10 minutes of recording this, I'm actually producing 3 formats, and I could cut those formats into 12 different things and put, say, a minute or 2 on Facebook. And that's how you have to start thinking about getting more for it. More formats that you can add. And one of the things I love about video, particularly if you're going to embed that on your website, is, and I think this is actually number 3. So number 1 was optimize old content. Number 2, new formats. And number 3 is start adding video to your pages. One of the things that Google looks at when it's trying to decide whether or not your content should rank on the number 10 slot or the number 1 slot is how long people dwell, that's what they call it, dwell time, how long they stay on the page. So if people are clicking over, reading your headline, and then thinking, do I really want to slug through this? They might not stay on the page very long. One of the things that I have found is that my pages that have videos embedded on them, even if people don't ultimately decide that's the most awesomest content they've ever seen, they will stay on the page a minute or 2 longer because they're probably going to start that video and make some assumptions about whether or not they're going to stay on the page. A lot of times they'll put their headphones on and they'll check email while they're listening to the video itself, and so they stay on the page much longer, and that's become a great ranking factor. Number 4, get on podcasts. I've done other videos just on this topic, but there are so many podcasters out there now who need guests. So they want you, as opposed to guest blogging that nobody wants anymore. Those podcasters want and need you. You can show up 20 minutes of talking and be done with it. And in a lot of cases, that podcaster will link to numerous pages on your site. You'll get backlinks to things. They'll link to ebooks if you want them to, because they want useful resources from their podcast episode. And typically they're going to promote that episode. So you're going to get exposure as well as those links. That's probably my number one tip for you, for all of your clients, get them on podcasts. And then number 5, once a quarter, once a month, obviously this is a big commitment. Start thinking about collaborating with your clients to produce content. Interview them in a video format or in a podcast format. Do a case study on them. Get them to contribute content. Get survey data. Get information. Get content from them. Put together a whole package of content featuring and partnering with your clients. Not only will you get backlinks and will you get great content, you're going to get content that you can use to get more clients. People love to see examples. They love to see case studies. They love to see that you are producing content and promoting that content with your clients, and it will help lead to more examples of people that want to work with you. It's great content. It's great for the client relationship, but it's also something that can help you close more deals. So that's it. Those are my 5 tips to take your search engine optimization now to the next level. If you've got the basics nailed, then now is the time to start thinking of ways that you can do what you've done in the past. Take all those efforts and now amplify them. That's it for today. Hopefully we'll see you out there on the road.